Let's talk about the one time I want you to politely interrupt your interviewer. So you prepare for this interview. We've gone over all the questions, substantive questions, why are you here questions, and you're ready. And then you go into this interview and you don't get asked a single question. Maybe you guys talk about your life. Maybe you just chat a bit. More likely than not, your interviewer just goes on a monologue of sorts about their practice and the role, all very informative. But they forgot they have an evaluation to fill out about you at the end of this. Or maybe they just didn't prepare at all. Whatever it is, you may think this is the easiest interview I've had, but in actuality, it's the hardest. When you aren't asked anything about yourself, you don't get a chance to make an impression. And you certainly don't get a chance to answer the three baseline questions that I need you to answer in those interviews. Why are you here? Can you do our work? Do you fit in with our culture? These need to be responded to, and if they don't have the information, you take a risk that they're going to make assumptions that aren't in your favor, or they just won't have enough information to move forward. And who doesn't benefit or who loses out in that scenario? Not your interviewer. So I need you to find a way to insert yourself into this conversation. And it may require you to politely interrupt. I know that feels awkward. How are we going to do this? Let me give you a couple of possibilities. Maybe while they're talking, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I just would like to take an opportunity to speak to that point. Or what you're telling me about your team and your role really is landing with me and what I'm looking for, but I'd hate to leave here without telling you why I'm here today. Those are some of the things that you can do to politely insert yourself. Now, if this is the third or fourth interviewer and you think the decision makers have already seen and heard from you, then maybe you don't need to speak up. But otherwise, I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity. And I don't want you to assume that just because they're not asking the questions, that means that they don't need the information. I'm all for manners, but I'm also all for you controlling the interview when you need to for your own benefit. Okay? Okay.